Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. So if you're new here, my wife Jennifer and I, we retired in 2021 and we moved out here to Maine to our nearly 60 acres to start our off-grid homesteading life. And let me tell you, it has been a journey. So right now I'm in my the GPS, which houses all of our solar equipment. There's our solar with all of our batteries. And last night it got cold enough that we had to turn our propane heater on. Now, there's been a lot of concerns on our video about ventilation. Well, I can assure you we have more than enough ventilation in here. See, we've got this window here, and we've got this window here, and they stay open to allow ventilation, and so there's no issues there. So, you know, we when Jen and I started this, we actually started on Facebook because, well, we both had Facebook accounts and so forth, and during the last, I don't know, decade or so, her and I have joined a whole bunch of different groups. And one of those groups, we made a post, a few days ago, showing the property on day one, and then showing the property after like 16 months of us being here. And the transformation is really, it's unbelievable. And when Jen and I look at that photograph, we are taken back to how much work we have done and how much dedication and sacrifice her and I have gone through from the time that we decided to do this 12 years ago to today. And it's just, it really amazes me at how hateful people can be. So for those of you who don't know, I do work at FedEx a couple hours every morning. Kind of helps pay for what we're doing out here. I work every morning. I get up about 3 o'clock, 3:30 a.m. Go do a couple hours of work, and then come home and just kind of do my rounds, checking on everything, making sure everything is where we left it, that no critters or Mother Nature, hasn't done something. So going back to those Facebook groups, we made this post, and and here's the picture. So we made that post, and we were really doing it just, to show other people that anything is possible if you have the right mental attitude, the will to work hard, and more importantly, a hard work ethic. Boy, I don't know if it's just that people, I don't know what it is, but boy, did we get some hate in there. Now, granted, the majority of the comments we got were all uplifting, we're all, very supportive, but man, did we get some hate. And I think most of it comes from the fact that they think that what we've done here is not possible. They think that for some reason we must have had like a wand and we kind of waved it around and all of a sudden all of this stuff appeared. But little do they know, or little do they want to acknowledge, the hard work and the sacrifice that Jen and I have put into this place. This place did not happen overnight. All of this that we've done with a single goal in mind, and that is to live a simpler life that we have more control over, without having the everyday stresses of what a busy society, a busy city may look like. And that unfortunately takes time to do, and there's a lot of work that needs to go into it, at least in our scenario, in our situation, for us to accomplish that. We want to be more self-sufficient. We want to be less reliant on things like the grocery store, on obviously, you know, the grid, you know, if you will, electricity, water, things like that. All of those things we supply ourselves, and if anything breaks, it's on us to fix it, and that's okay. That's what we wanted. But getting back to the hate that we've gotten, you know, the reality is that, yeah, this lifestyle takes money. This lifestyle is not a cheap lifestyle, and anybody who's doing this will tell you that, you know, you can't just walk out into the woods, have these types of things just miraculously. It takes time, it takes money, it takes dedication. I mean, there's a lot of factors. And the reality is Jen and I started this 12 years ago. You know, we made this decision so long in the past, and we gave ourselves over a decade to prepare for it. That meant sacrificing, that meant going without certain things. That also meant saving up as much as we could so that come time for us to make this decision, or at least make this move, we were as best prepared as possible. And I'll tell you, it came at a price, but it was a price we were willing to pay. And we're still paying for it now. And that's okay. You know, this lifestyle is what we wanted. We knew it was going to be a challenge. We knew it was going to be a struggle. Yet here we are on Hanbleceya Ranch, something that Jen and I have built, and we couldn't be happier. Come on, boys. Now, that's not to say that we did all of this on our own. So you see, I mean, yes, did Jen and I do most of the work? Yeah, we've done about 90% of the work on this homestead. But we'll be the first to tell you that we didn't do it alone. We did have help. We had a lot of help. We had neighbors that would sprinkle some help over, you know, different projects. We've had friends come and visit us. We've had family come and visit us. And anytime that anybody comes out here, you know, there's so much work to be done, they lend a hand. They come out and they give us a hand on the projects that we need help with. You know, and so, yeah, I mean, Jen and I have done 90% of the work here, but we have to give some of the credit to some of the folks who have helped us along the way, because Lord knows we couldn't have done it on our own. So we did pay for our property, so that was paid off before we ever came out here. Our solar equipment was paid off before we made it out here. Our cabins were paid off before we made it out here. The well was installed and paid for before we moved out here. As far as materials and things of that sort, we found a local guy who has a mill, and we were able to buy all of our rough cut material and lumber for all of the projects, the various projects that we've done, at a very reasonable price. Now that said, we still live in an unfinished cabin. One cabin is 90% finished. This one's not. So we still have a lot more work to do. But projects like this, putting the ceiling up in here and finishing the walls, that's a project we'll do during the wintertime. With the weather being nice, I got to be outside building all of these buildings and building all of the infrastructure so that her and I can thrive out here and not just survive. So I think our biggest intent on this video is really just as a reminder to folks who want to, who might be considering moving out and doing this type of lifestyle, going through this transition. You know, there's people in the world who are just going to be jealous about what you're doing. They're going to try to tear you down. They're going to try to tell you you're wrong. Case in point, you know, we bought 2 cabins, and we could not afford to have a contract to join them. And so I joined them. I built a hallway. Boy, did I get a lot of hate on that. I don't know what I'm doing, this and that. But you know what? A year later, it's functional, it's working, and the living space, the hallway living space is great for us. And are we going to do some improvements to it? Absolutely. But you know what? It works. And that just goes to show that, you know, if you're thinking about doing this transition, you know, put a plan together and do it, and don't worry about what people say. You know, we love all of our fans and folks who, you know, are following us, you know, to see what we're doing. We love all of you, and we love you whether or not you agree with what we're doing or not. You know, at the end of the day, Jen and I are just trying to do something that a year ago or 2 years ago, you know, we weren't. And that's it. You know, we didn't want to do what we were doing anymore. I mean, we're working harder now than we ever have worked in our lives. Ever. But the satisfaction of the work that we're doing is we've never had the same type of satisfaction either. I mean, this has just been a real blessing that we've been able to do this. So, in conclusion, we thank all of you for tuning in and watching our videos. We thank all of you folks who have not tuned in, who have not subscribed to our channel. If you are thinking about doing it, great. If you do it, great. If this isn't for you, that's great too. You know, we don't not love anybody just because they didn't want to subscribe to us or because they don't agree with what we're doing. Everyone is entitled to their opinions on every subject known to mankind. And I am not going to hold it against anybody who may not agree with what we're doing or how we're doing it, or who may not believe us. To be frankly honest, and I say this with the utmost respect, I don't care, right? We are just a couple who are trying to get by, who are sharing our journey. Whether you believe it or not is irrelevant, and it doesn't matter to us. You know, this is our life. We are giving you folks a glimpse into it, and that's it. That's it. So with that said, I'm going to finish eating my cheapy cereal here, and then I've got a ton of work to do today. So we're putting up an electrical pole, and we've got to move some equipment on the yard. So yeah, I got to go get that done. So folks, thanks for sticking around and watching this video. You know, I hope that it kind of gives somebody who might be thinking about doing this lifestyle a little more oomph behind, you know, not listening to what the naysayers, you know, have to say. If you have a dream, follow it. This life is short. Get out there, start planning and preparing for whatever it is that you want to do in your life, and then just start doing it. You know, don't wait. This life is too short. And, you know, before you know it, you're going to be, you know, in a position where you might not be able to do it physically. So get out there, live your life the way you want to live it. We're going to live ours the way that we want to live it. And if you did like this video, hit that subscribe button and that like button. And we'll see you guys on the next video.